Coach Franco Says is a proud member of the Philippine Podcast Directory. Check us out on Facebook and listen to the amazing lineup of local podcasters this country has to offer. Now, this is what I use for my analytics. Podmetrics, your one-stop shop for podcast analytics. Make your free account by simply signing in and put in my code, Coach Franco Says upon sign up. Very, very easy. Now, enough of this. Let's go to today's episode. Enjoy.
3, 2, 1. What's up, everybody? Your Titos of Fighting It Back. And we got so much to talk about today. As you can see, we're all complete. Welcome back to our very own Carl de Mesa. We're going to talk about a lot of things about fighting, the things that we missed, and the things that we are going to look forward to. So, we're going to kick things off with the previous UFC. Let's start off with Holloway Katar. So, we've previously discussed that, they're both dangerous fighters. And what I really love about this fight was Max Holloway. I mean, he now holds
as boxer in MMA.
Ranks 1, 2, and 3. Records ng UFC. Output, significant strikes, and then, with the killer pace that he gave Calvin Katar. Ako naman, grabe rin. I mean, props to Calvin Katar kasi he wasn't a pushover.
Trying, man.
He was trying. He was fighting back. He was swinging. Yeah. He was doing everything to... pero ito lang talaga Max Holloway just really, really outfought, outworked, out-hustled, out-everything him.
Do you know what the wildest thing about that fight was? Si Max Holloway, diba, he doesn't believe in the sparring thing na daw sabi niya. And a day before the fight, imbes na mag-train pa siya, he was streaming COD on his page.
And kasing sabi ng mga
Modern
playmates
Warfare
niya, kasing daw siya, sniper
Magaling siya maglaro. I watch his streams.
Max Holloway, if you're listening, please come on to the Titos of Fighting. We would love to have you over and combat.
Such a badass, man.
Congratulations on getting married to your Filipino girlfriend.
Yes. Pinoy Pride. Pinay Pride. hashtag Pinay Pride po kami. Wala na. We're on the Max Holloway blessed dick train. dahil may asawa po siyang Pinay. Pero ito yun one thing I really want to discuss with him is, what does he do for cardio? Is it the surfing? Is it the swimming?
Sell his conditioning program.
Who didn't really spar daw He didn't really spar for this fight. He was
ayaw niya na ng sparring.
Pero ito rin yun
for him.
I forgot who said this in an interview which I really agree with. He already knows how to fight
Yeah,
I think he's already accumulated enough sparring hours to know what it is to know the feeling of hitting someone and getting hit. So now, since he's at the middle of his career, I mean, seriously, he's already accumulated those sparring rounds, those amateur fights. So it's already
29 years old.
29 years old.
What the hell?
Okay. so diba? So he's already accumulated his rounds, the curve. So now it's all about being better with his technique, improving his timing. I really adhere to the fact na I think the Muay Thai fighters are really ahead when it comes to these types of training regimen na even when we look at Sanchai or Buakaw, when they don't really spar, they don't really do hard sparring in the gym kasi most, if not all of them, were fighting every week. So whenever they spar in the gym, it's mostly touch sparring. They get
give and take thing lang.
Yeah.
Notably, si Max pala, guys, nakipag-spar. Pumunta siya in Thailand, nakipag-spar siya kay Samart.
So he probably got pointers, diba? He got pointers from there. Kasi ito rin yun He's already had several fights in the UFC. So he already knows na what to expect. What's gonna happen. So now it's just a matter of making sure na he improves his timing, he polishes his technique.
Parang salt bait things na lang sa technique.
Pero ito yun grabe yung output 400 plus.
Yeah. And to talk to DC and sino ba yung nakama ni DC? While
dodging shots. Diba? Doon ata niya sinabi, I'm the best boxer in the UFC.
Kung ako si Calvin Katar, guys.
Nakaka-demoralize yun. Pero hindi pa.
Sa galing ni Katar sa boxing, na ganun ni Holloway.
Props to him, he was trying. He was really trying to hit the guy.
He was fighting. As in, hindi umabot sa point that the referee had to second guess or the referee needed to stop the fight. So I mean, that was a really good fight. props to Max Holloway. And then next up is Chandler versus Hooker. How was that? UFC debut.
Yeah.
Okay, Michael Chandler versus Dan Hooker.
I was doubting.
You gotta give a lot. You gotta give major props to Michael Chandler. He's been the 2-division champ in Bellator, and he's the guy. I mean, the main reason why I was happy to see him in the UFC is because a lot of people have been saying na he deserves to be in the UFC, di ba? So nakakatuwa lang na finally he's here, di ba? That's why when he was walking out, it was such a special moment. Kasi when it's not iba yung feeling na you keep declaring to the world na you deserve to be in the UFC. See, Michael Chandler is one of those fighters that most fighters in the MMA industry are saying, this guy should be in the UFC. Di ba? It's not just Michael Chandler.
Same way na si Justin dati before he came in ata, di ba? Parang, Justin should be in the UFC.
Yep. That's true. Di ba? So now, you see him in the UFC, parang now everything's now the ball's in his corner, diba? It's up to him if he's going to deliver, if he's gonna crumble under pressure, is he going to react negatively towards the bright lights and the attention that people are gonna give him. Pero he delivered, grabe.
Actually,
against a very, very dangerous opponent that who was taller.
I thought Dan Hooker would win, man.
Yun nga eh. Ako naman, inisip ko naman, Dan, kasi he knew that he was longer. So it was either he would use his range, so he would utilize a lot of kicks, he would jab a lot. Pero pagdating when the bell sounded, parang wala eh. He was running around. He was very tentative. He clearly, he wasn't in the proper headspace. Yun lang. That's the way I saw it. Parang
distracted.
He wasn't really. Yes, 100%. Distracted, and then wala, he got caught. Tapos the way he got caught, sa pagsuntok, bagsak. Nato mo yung pag-ground and pound ni Chandler para akala mo
ito na. Labas ko na lahat ng tension ko.
Diba? So, amazing debut. Very good co-main.
It was kind of like Alex Volkanovski versus Max Holloway ng lightweight. Yung disparity nila sa height.
Nga eh.
Ang layo.
Chandler's that short but stocky. Diba?
Yung pagka-stocky niya eh.
Parang pure meat na, parang grabe to
Gayot nga eh. Pang-karate combat.
Pang-karate combat nga talaga.
Pang-karate combat.
Gumanon lang parang
rooted.
muscle
Diba? And then very good co-main event for that UFC 257, and then of course the main event was Conor McGregor returning to the octagon versus Dustin Poirier.
Paid in full.
Diba?
Yeah.
Conor Poirier part 2, second round TKO victory by Dustin Poirier. Conor hasn't really fought in a while. I mean, I don't want to count the Cowboy Cerrone fight kasi Cowboy took that on short notice. It was a quick turnaround fight with him.
Let's be honest, man. Cowboy's old.
Yun din, diba? Parang he was tailor fit for Conor's return. Now, I really hope na the UFC would have done the same thing. Kasi Conor's been inactive, diba? And we don't really know. Ako nga, personally, there's a part of me that really thinks that he didn't really train. He probably ran or hit the pads or parang nag-bike lang siguro or nag-swimming.
Sparring.
Diba, he was out of it.
Yeah.
Like, when I saw na he was throwing the left, tapos he saw that Dustin was just shrugging it off, parang nakita mo na wala na siya ng loob na parang
yun actually. Tama, nag-fold na siya. Parang ano nang gagawin ko?
What more do I hit him, diba? What do I need to hit him with just to demoralize this guy or to demolish this guy? Because Dustin was just taking the left. Tapos
may interesting guys, yung sinasabi ng, I don't know if it's any bears any weight, pero yung stance daw niya na hindi open, is that a clear sign of
I don't understand what's with people and stances. Parang hindi mo makikita na
parang hindi siya MMA math na naman yan. Parang that doesn't really compute, guys. Diba?
Exactly. Kasi, diba, like, for example, BJ Penn lost, then they attributed it to the stance.
Kasi naman, weird siyang...
Yun nga, medyo weird siya.
Medyo weird, but...
Although yung... May a bad example, pero...
The thing ni McGregor, I think, is the only reason why his stance is like that is, yun nga, going back to kung paano siya nag-prepare for that fight. which was apparently just boxing. Yun lang ang pinaghandaan niya. So I guess it's
just like what we shout out to the
T2s.
Okay, the T2 we guested on their podcast. Please watch our episode.
Thank you so much.
The game is continuously evolving. MMA and its fighters, especially the more active ones. Kaya nga rin when I saw the Conor McGregor versus Poirier fight, I go like, this is a very dangerous fight for Conor. This is not really a good comeback fight for Conor. Kasi Poirier has been active and Poirier has been training. That's the thing. Again, I'm going to say the same thing that when we guested kala Tito is yun nga you have the resources. Conor McGregor has the money, has the resources and the access. I think more than anything, he has the access to training partners.
Yes.
So he could have gone back to the drawing board and asked his coach, asked his training partners or his team, and say, okay, what do we need to do to get better? You get taken down a lot, diba? Now everyone knows what they want. Now everyone knows what to do if they want to beat you. Let's go get some wrestlers. Dylan Danis, come here. Can you show Conor how to recover guard? But apparently Dylan Danis was so preoccupied. Diba? He was so preoccupied with Jake Paul na he forgot to train with Conor or train Conor or help Conor, whatever. Pero yun nga, I mean, for Conor din naman, your marketability and your business leverage is hinged on your ability to win. So you're still a fighter. People see you as a fighter. When people say Conor McGregor, they just say Conor McGregor, the UFC fighter, the cage fighter. You have not yet established the brand in the business world like other people like Mike Tyson, diba? Mike Tyson or si
Ronda,
diba? Ronda or si John Jones or diba? Wala pa diba?
Yeah.
You're there. You're very very popular. You're very very rich. Pero I really think he wants to follow in the footsteps of Floyd Mayweather, diba? Kasi Mayweather is nagiging multi-lingual na rin siya when it comes to business Pero his leverage in the business world is hinged on his ability to call out fighters and win. So, for
walking his stock, gano'n.
Yun, di ba? Walking his stock talaga.
Malayo pa siya sa Mike Tyson na acting.
So whether exhibition fight or an actual cage fight, you have to win, di ba? People need to see you win. Kasi
exactly. You're not just the whiskey guy, man.
Di ba? Yun, wala pa siya doon, di ba? So when people see proper 12, they say Conor McGregor. They don't say proper 12 created by Conor McGregor. Diba?
Yes.
So I mean this is a little bit of the business talk here, so I really hope that people understand what we're talking about and
Pero it adds context kasi bakit ganun yung performance niya, diba?
Diba? So now people say din naman kasi na he doesn't have the motivation because he's already rich, yada yada. You'll never know You'll never know. So at least I really hope that he gets someone or he meets someone in his camp that would tell him, hey, you've lost, okay? You lost. Now Jake Paul has more shit on you, diba? From 50 million, he said now he's gonna pay $10,000, diba? That's so much, diba? I mean, besides, what are your future matchups for Conor McGregor? I mean, redemption fights for him. Let's go redemption fights.
So mauna na ako. For me, there's two. Justin Gaethje or RDA sana.
Actually, I like the RDA. Kasi they faced off na before diba? Before, RDA doesn't like him.
Exactly.
Merong history
Ayoko na munang isa lang si Tony dyan. There was an argument for that, diba? Parang Mexican trash talk versus Irish trash talk. Parang
ikaw, JC, si Steve mo.
I agree nga dun sa nung una parang gusto ko yung idea ng Ferg versus McGregor. Kaya lang I don't think he's in the right headspace.
Tony needs his sunglasses and a post mo.
He's been shaken too much.
Yeah.
Alam mo,
by the Bronx,
may something talaga pinagdadaanan niya si Tony ngayon. MMA grappling and pure grappling is different, but the concepts and the principles are the same.
It relates dun sa ginawa nating judging before dun sa MMA shadow boxing thing. Yung point natin na yung link nung one movement to another na
Yes.
nawawala sa ibang fighters even in the pros.
That's true.
You guys think it's because Tony doesn't really have a coach? He trains himself.
Yeah, yun.
That's diba?
Yeah,
I think,
it's-
diba,
himself,
he doesn't, isa rin siya doon sa mga fighters na hindi nakipag-spar, if I remember.
Ganun?
he rarely spars as well.
Rarely
spars. Pero yun din, wala siyang, he doesn't have an overall coach. Like yung kasi one
MMA
thing,
coach.
Ito yun what they're doing, si Tony, sino ba yung mga nakikita kong ganyan. Ganyan si GSP dati. And then, realized na,
before si Firas?
diba, prior to Faraz, GSP would go to a boxing gym, he would go to a wrestling gym, he would go to a Muay Thai, he would go to Phil Nurse, he would go to a jiu-jitsu
He was
gym.
like,
Basta iba't iba.
Travel, journeyman siya.
parang ganun.
Until he realized na he needed a coach that would bring everything together. Like a Faraz Sahabi, like a Greg Jackson. So, yun nga. So, he needed something like that. So, it's Tony. Tony can strike, pero he cannot chain movements.
Yeah.
He cannot help with his transitions. Parang he'll strike, he'll do unorthodox, whatever, kung fu shit. Then, when it goes to the ground, he'll do his 10th planet jiu-jitsu. Wala nung yung chaining of movement, transitions. Yun yung nawawala. That's what
Ito yung kanyang #champ shit only. Hindi gumagana eh.
So, that's the importance of an MMA coach.
Yeah.
That's where an MMA coach comes in. It's the ability to make sure na the movements are catered towards your movement.
The one who knows how to connect the dots from afar.
Yep.
For competition.
So we got Gay-G, we got RDA.
Can we talk about
good fight,
Nate Conor?
Hindi, ako yan eh. For me, a
Money
good,
fight ka.
in terms of
Best money fight.
revenue, tapos good money fight, and at the same time good fight talaga.
It might bring back our mystic back trash talker.
Hopefully, not just trash talking kasi parang he needs redemption too. So, yun nga, what I see is for now, nakikitang fights for Conor to get his mojo back or to get his name back up there. Yun nga, yung Diaz, or syempre, if he can by fighting Poirier again after whoever he fights.
Ako, I like that
makabawi
idea.
man lang siya ba?
Kasi, ito yun Nate Diaz has been inactive as well. They haven't finished business. So, money-wise for the UFC, it's good. It's good for both of them financially as well. Tapos, standing-wise, I mean, they're not really gonna offend anybody in the rankings. Kasi, technically,
parang labas yun sa
diba, they're not really in the lightweight. Diba, they're not really in the lightweight championship race. So, and it's something that people are willing to pay to watch.
Yes.
I also like JC's point na we really need, there's a part of me talaga wants Mystic Mac back. The trash talking, the kasi that's what catapulted fame diba? Tapos
yun yung thing kung bakit tagustuhan ko si Conor before. Then nung nawala yun,
parang ngayon, diba? All of a sudden, diba? Parang naging stoic, calm.
Conor dad na siya eh.
Diba?
Hindi, parang naging medyo a little too flashy, too overconfident na he gets stagnant compared to before.
I mean, the reason why Conor McGregor, the main reason why Conor McGregor fights sold out all the time is because he was talking trash.
Yeah.
Diba? And I mean, talking trash nga minsan is not really the appropriate term kasi he was like the Irish version of Chael Sonnen.
Yeah.
Diba? He was poetic. Diba? He was poetic.
Yeah.
He would promote. He would say things differently. Tapos if the guy talk trash, then he will respond. Pero other than that, he would like really rile himself up. He would rile the crowd up. Yun yung that's what we miss. That's what I miss.
Yeah, same.
Kaya ano lang talaga eh. Sabi nga nila MK Ultra program daw yun si Conor McGregor. So I was like, pati ba naman sa UFC meron?
Insert pa lang MI6 yan ha. Puta.
Diba? Akala ko sa Hollywood lang meron o kaya sa MK Ultra conspiracy theory videos kasama si Conor McGregor doon. Sabi ko, Diyos ko naman, ba't masama pa to dito? Sabi ko. Kasi sabi nila, nagbago raw yung demeanor, biglang naging kalmado. Pero ngayon, sabi ko,
naging tatay lang guys, ano pa yan?
I think it was the aliens, na joke lang.
Oh, di ba? Pwede rin.
Or GSP, definitely.
Or the underground reptiles.
Oh, the reptile bed.
Diba, the reptilian race? So, yeah.
What about Street Jesus, guys?
At 170, di ba? Pwede rin.
Pwede.
I mean, actually, that's another money fight.
Conor initially announced his comeback early last year. Yun yung mga isa sa mga naisip kong pwedeng matchups eh. Kasi nga, January pa lang last year, nung bago siya mag-decide na it was gonna be personal choices ko for him to fight against was Gate J, Poirier na rematch na that time.
Si Colby.
Colby versus McGregor pwede yan. Or Street Jesus versus McGregor.
Actually, okay rin yun. Diba? But all these fights are 70 eh.
Yeah.
If he had won, he would be able to make any of those choices.
Yeah.
Diba? Pero feeling ko rin talaga 155 na yung sweet spot ni Conor.
Yeah.
Tama kayo, hindi na siya bababang featherweight.
Kasi if he goes to, tsaka ito rin yun eh, if he goes to 170, he's too big.
Yeah.
He's too small pala, sorry.
Too small.
Too small. So 155 is the goal talaga for him. So at Nate Diaz at 155 good. Then if he wins, Poirier 3, diba? Close those
Good
chapters.
case for that too.
Diba?
Poirier 3 then
earn money, probably do an exhibition match or exhibition fight with Manny Pacquiao. Earn money from there as well. Then wala na, retire ka na.
I don't know.
Some YouTuber.
Tumingit na naman si Floyd.
Tumingit na naman siya Floyd. Okay,
I don't know.
Hindi, pero feeling ko hindi na
Rematch
papatulan
na
ni Floyd yan. Hindi na papatulan.
Sayang na yung pera.
Sayang na yung pera. Tsaka I don't think people are gonna be interested in that one.
Yeah.
And then,
Feeling ko yung Manny Pacquiao if Conor wins again.
Yeah, I think a Manny Pacquiao boxing match will do good for both of them financially.
Although, kapag say matuloy is McGregor versus Diaz and manalo siya, then he goes with the trilogy with Poirier. Pag natalo na naman siya doon, wala na, forever burned.
Wala na, di ba? Pero at least kahit pa paano, feeling ko the Nate Diaz 3 is gonna be the next money fight for him. Diba? Kahit na pinupush ni Uncle. Kasi with this loss, Uncle Dana cannot really push for a Khabib.
Yeah.
Khabib, ano na ba? Khabib.
He needs to accept it.
Wala na yun. That's gone. Nino Magny versus Michael Chiesa. Ako naman kasi when he brought this up and we watched it, I was like, yeah, Magny is a high-level striker. He's a really good fighter. The same with Michael Chiesa. The problem with Michael Chiesa talaga is he's a good fighter. He's entertaining. He's
something about him.
Something about it. Parang wala siyang X factor eh. I don't know. Diba?
He's been trying though.
Yeah, he's been trying. He's winning. He's doing his best. It's just that I hope he does something or something happens.
I guess trying too hard.
Probably, diba? Parang I really hope na he could be marketed or branded differently so that he could connect with the fans. Yeah. Kasi sayang eh, di ba?
Pinsan pala siya ni Luke Rockhold, guys.
What?
Yeah.
Seryoso to?
Pinsan, seryoso.
Full pinsan. Anak ng weteng yan. Diba?
Nung nagpasabog ng kagandang
minsan
lalaki
nga, alam mo, minsan niisip ko
napunta lahat kay Luke eh.
In Southeast Asia for some 1FC action, Lito Adiwang versus in his last outing, like really good performance against Kawahara. That was a really good second round TKO victory. I think he listened to the Titos of Fighting kasi when we broke it
Thank
down.
you, Lito.
Diba? Thank you, Lito Adiwang. I mean, I love the new confidence. I love the new lakay shorts. Okay?
Yeah. Actually, hindi na siya diba?
Silk glossy. Hindi siya silk glossy. Medyo
very good Fairtex for that.
Oo nga.
Fairtex ba yun? Good job, Fairtex.
eh.
Diba? Really good material. Good MMA material. Still red. Still lakay wushu branding. Diba? Pero
but better.
Diba? For me, that was better. Actually, mas gusto ko yung shorts ngayon. Lito Adiwang went back to his roots. Really good striking. I love the way that he combined his kicks and his punches. He was very patient. When he got the timing, doon makikita na parang okay, now he's confident. The demeanor of his strikes. Adiwang is one of those future crops ni Lakay Wushu because now he can grapple.
Good job, Coach
He can
Mark.
strike. He can clinch. He can get out of the clinch. He can fight off his back. So I mean, these are these are the developmental program of fighters ng Lakay Wushu, which is, I mean, it shows bright future for them. He didn't really rush that punch.
Yes.
And parang nga siyang phantom
Good blitz.
punch eh. Oh, good blitz. Then parang all of a sudden, bang! Diba?
Got it.
Out of nowhere.
Made
Diba?
his read. Diba?
Diba? Got the read, cut the angle, executed the punch, diba? Knocked the guy down. And I love the fact na he was able to bounce back from that previous loss. Tapos, he went back to his roots. He knew. Kaya yan eh. Dapat talaga if you're a striker, you strike first. Diba? You strike first. Yeah. Then, if the knockout is there, go take it. If not, and your opponent decides to go to the ground, diba? He's comfortable eh. Hindi naman siya nawawala eh. And then, yung aming, Diyos ko, Rugrug versus Alain Ngalani
Ito yung paborito
ba?
namin freak show dapat pero walang nanood.
Pero grabe. Ang laki.
Grabe.
He's a huge
the
guy.
one FC cage is huge.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now it was the referee and then these two huge heavyweights.
I was like, incidentally, si JC we met Alain Ngalani in Hong Kong. And JC was so fucking small.
Yeah, nagmukha akong maliit sa tabi
Hindi talaga
niya.
siya.
Ang laki.
I mean, yung braso niya, sa lapad na ng braso ko, parang dalawa pa nito.
Dalawa. Or parang 1.5 ng binti ni JC.
Parang
Grabe.
binti ko yung braso niya.
Oo.
Tapos, si Ruwig, parang
He's
doble yung
twice
braso
as
ni
big.
Ngalani.
Alam mo,
niya.
Chong, may one time dun sa MMA Awards, magkatabi si Elaine Ngalani tsaka si Red De La Cruz. Putang ina, sabi ko.
Oo.
Sabi ko, I do not even want to imagine how that would
Parang
play out.
David and Goliath na
Oo,
in real life, di ba?
Oo.
Pero did you
grabe.
see that? Imagine Buchecha in that situation. Huh?
Oo.
So different.
Si Buchecha kasi, we see Buchecha kasi against other heavyweights who are as big as well eh. So now, I'm really curious how he is going to look against someone like Rugrug.
Who is a wrestler.
Who's a wrestler,
diba?
who's
So
also...
grappling,
diba?
ground thing dapat to, kaya lang.
The thing about Buchecha when he fights Rugrug, or if that fight happens, is Buchecha has been fighting in the absolute division. He's had
Cyborg. Diba?
oh, diba? He fought Cyborg, he fought Orlando Sanchez, he fought and then in the ADCC he fought the likes of Keenan, he fought the likes of Gordon Ryan. I mean, these are
Gordon Ryan na rin siya.
diba? So these are huge individuals who are skilled grapplers. So I don't think na the size of Rugrug is going to intimidate him. He's going to he needs to focus on his striking a lot. So either to set up his takedowns or his takedown defense. How is he going to fight in the bottom if Rugrug decides to take him down?
Oo.
Now, kasi ito yun, the Ngalani and Rugrug fight is it could either go the entire fight or it could end as
Sobrang
fast.
ikli.
Ang ikli, di ba?
We were talking about yung strikes na parang short distances. Parang wala naman nangyayari, di ba? Pero
I've seen some comments. I've seen some comments that saying that it was an early stoppage, and to those people, I tell them no. It wasn't an early stoppage. It was a really good stoppage by the referee. He gave them every opportunity to fight. He warned them. He was very vocal. He did his job well. For the casuals din naman, para then you have a better understanding. When heavyweights punch, the impact is different, okay? Even the tiny hammer fist, even those slow knuckle.
If you and I were
lang malaki na yun.
slamming each other with our fists, okay lang. Pero kung imaginein mo yung malaking ham, di ba?
Oh, but
Mahampas sa'yo.
those little shots, those small shots that you see on TV, in actual life, they look, I mean, you could hear them, okay? You could hear the force of yan. Yung, kita mo, ito lang, yan nga lang, oh. Naririnig mo na, di ba?
I just remembered kasi nung when we met Alain Ngalani, syempre first time ko ma-meet, nagkamay kami, akala ko durog na yung kamay ko pagkatapos. Laki!
Ang laki talaga eh.
Ang laki kasi
siya.
grabe
wala
yung laki
bone
ng dito
ni
niya.
JC.
Imagine, sumabok sa'yo yun.
Diba? These are huge individuals.
Huge people, man.
Diba? I was fearing for the life of the referee. Like, these are huge individuals. If they punch you, if they graze you. We were talking prior to recording, diba? Like, we were talking about the Randy Couture and the Brock Lesnar fight.
Yeah.
Brock grazed the back of his ear.
And that was it.
Diba? That was it for Randy Couture. Diba? And Randy Couture is a UFC veteran. So,
mo gaano kabigat.
Imagine, di ba? Yung description nga lang ni JC, gaano kalaki yung braso, gaano kalaki yung kamay, yung kamao. So, if that grazed your face, okay?
Incidentally, guys, si Senegalese wrestling, may striking yan eh.
Meron nga.
Yeah. I like the way this Rugrug guy, I like the way Rugrug
he moves.
For a big guy, he moves fast.
Actually,
transitions.
Yeah.
I mean, that whole takedown.
Yung madami siyang hangin.
Oo, surprisingly. Tama si JC dyan. Kasi he initiated the clinch. He initiated the takedown. And yung takedown niya was not really a muscling type of takedown. Kasi if you watch closely, he was able to get an underhook or an overhook. And then it was an inside leg trip. And then he circled around. He circled out to create that angle for the foot sweep. Ang galing. So talaga very technical, and then good thing for Ngalani to end up in half guard. Pero yun nga
yung dog fight niya, hindi siya sanay dun, no?
Hindi siya sanay. Doon tayo ngayon papasok na parang when you get into a half guard position and you get underhook, you get up right away, especially in MMA. Kasi this is exactly what's gonna happen. Person on top will put downward pressure on you, and then he will start punching you.
Hindi si Ngalani sa nasa ilalim siya.
Yes. Diba? So now I really hope that when he gets back to the gym and he talks with his coaches, diba, this is where transitions come into play. This is where your basic jiu-jitsu will come out, diba? This is pure instinctive muscle memory. So when you get an underhook on half guard, you get on your knees right away, you stand up. Diba? You don't want someone like Rugrug on top of you.
Ganun kalaki yung
kalaki. Sa kalahati siguro yung kamay niya yung kamay niya.
Kamay niya. I was watching the replay before the referee stopped the fight. It was an accumulation of punches talaga. So it was a really good
Go-complain kasi si Alain, diba? But
diba? Tapos the only reason why Ngalani was able to quote-unquote sweep Rugrug was because the referee stepped in. These two individuals can give sino bang heavyweight? Who's the heavyweight champion?
Brandon Vera.
So they're gonna give Brandon Vera a run for his money. So this is a good title.
I would like to see that.
Diba? Pero kasi ito yun if for example Rugrug gets his shot, diba? He can't really just rely on his wrestling because Brandon Vera can wrestle. And Brandon Vera can chop your legs down. So prepare for that.
I think he still needs to go through yung Cage Warriors na champion na Italian, si Mario Cirilli, di ba?
Yun din, di ba?
Who fought him
Friday.
Friday.
ONE FC is rich in talent, so I really think they utilize their roster, and then they provide really good fight cards I mean, it's the beginning of 2021, so it's something that we can look forward to. So this is the part of the serious fighting. We've been getting a lot of we don't want to call them freak shows kasi these are athletes pa rin eh. So
these are novelty fights, I guess.
These are yon. I think that's a better term for novelty.
These are real fights, just novelty fights.
Let's go with the Jake Paul Ben Askren. So they finally signed the contract. It's the posters are out. So Ben Askren is going to fight Jake Paul in a boxing match for 8 rounds ata sila, no?
Parang gano'n. 6 rounds.
Those who don't know Jake Paul, siya yung naka-KO kay
Nate Robinson.
NBA guy. Yeah, sorry.
Yes. Diba? So it's gonna be a little bit of a quick turnaround for Jake Paul. He wanted to fight again.
It was quick anyway.
Diba?
It was quick
anyway.
So,
against a very unprepared fighter. So now he decided to challenge Ben Askren in a boxing match. For me, Ben Askren is the safe choice for him. Pero kasi Ben Askren is a multiple world champion, he's an Olympian
in wrestling.
Yun yung isang malaking, diba? Yun yung that's the big pause, diba? He's an Olympian, he's a champion.
That changes
multiple and then biglang you go in wrestling. Diba? And then he became a champion in MMA. And then
I mean, guys, we've all seen the highlight videos of Ben doing. It's not striking, man.
Yung questionable striking niya in the UFC, pero yung striking niya sa ONE and sa Bellator even before.
Even worse, man.
Yeah.
I really hope that Ben trains for this. I mean, how much time does he have? He has like a month or 2.
Hopefully he's been training.
April pa.
I really hope that he's been training. He's gonna up his cardio. Pero ito yun it was a good decision for Jake Paul to call out Ben Askren because again, Ben Askren for me is the safe bet for him kasi he has the accolades, he has the credentials to market the fight and say na this is an actual fighter. Diba? This is an actual fighter.
Hindi nga lang boxer pero he's
diba?
an actual fighter.
That is the problem, diba? For ito rin naman for us who's analyzing this, we're looking at it from the perspective of the strengths and the weaknesses of each fighter. Pero for the casual fans, they're gonna say, oh my God, Ben Askren, MMA champion, diba? Olympic wrestler, they're gonna fight, diba? So that's the from a marketing and a business perspective, that's why it's going to sell. Kasi here comes Jake Paul coming from a knockout victory, and then he challenges an actual fighter. Now, so let's go beyond that, diba? Everyone's like, they're gonna do their own analysis. We all know what's gonna happen here. Pero let's go beyond this fight. Jake Paul wins. Who's next? Diba?
Elon Danis.
Now, he can't really call out any YouTuber. It's always a step higher. Kasi now, he's going a step higher. He's going a step further. He went on Ben Askren. If he defeats Ben Askren, he needs to fight someone either at the level of Ben Askren
or higher
of marketability, or now he's gonna step inside the realm of actual fighters. And
he was calling out Nate, you know.
And ito rin yun, if he decides to do that and decides to troll Nate's
not gonna back
down. He's not gonna back down. Diba? If he says that he's gonna slap you, kahit na sabihin mong
nasa hospital ka.
Diba? Tsaka kasi
crazy motherfucker.
He's gonna hunt you down. Diba? He's gonna hunt you down. He's gonna go to your house, he's gonna go to your gym, he's gonna go after you during press briefings. Kasi ano rin naman diba JC seriously training si Jake Paul diba?
Yeah, and he trains with Jorge, Ryan Garcia sometimes.
Yun.
With Jorge.
Diba?
Recently yata, ngayon, he's been training with Jorge Masvidal.
For that training. Kasi may tinuturo si Jorge sa kanya.
Kaya lang, hindi naman niya magagamit yung tuturo ni Jorge kung yung neon.
Pero feeling ko pero it's good promotion It's good promotion na parang I'm
may
gonna
backstory.
train. Diba? I'm gonna train with the guy who knocked out Ben Askren. diba? For the casual fans, oh my God, he's gonna train with the guy.
I think that's part of the story.
MMA math na yan Papasok na yan.
Galing. Alam mo, here's the thing.
Smart, super smart.
This is where, business. This is where the Logan and Jake Paul, diba? They take things to the next level. Kasi they're not just trolls anymore. They're actually putting themselves on the line for the sake of entertainment.
And it's good kasi athletes talaga sila.
Athletes pala sila nagre-wrestling pala sila, tsaka and Jake Paul din pala nung pinakita sa akin. I think si JC rin na tayo nagpakita ng video na he's been training with Ryan Garcia. And actually, the only thing that I see going for Ben Askren is the wrestling mentality of not giving up, mental fortitude, and then the
ability. Sino mang coach ang kukunin niya first box.
Yun. Tapos he's just really, really tough. That's it. We can all agree na he's just really, really tough. Now, how will that translate to his boxing?
Yeah.
And how will that, from covering so many boxing matches, how do you see this fight, playing out? Like, sige, ikaw, well, be like pure
boxing analysis.
Well, for me kasi, for starters, I'm pretty sure mas dadagain dito si Jake Paul. Kasi this one is now a real fighter compared dun kay Nate Robinson.
That's a fucking interesting point.
Diba? At least he knows that this guy has knocked out someone in MMA or something like that. I'm sure nung kalaban niya si Nate Robinson, hindi siya kasing kabado kasi kita niya naman na siguro yung mga training videos ni Nate before. Tsaka
Parang hindi nag-training. Feeling ko nag-Instagram post lang yun na nagbaboxing siya.
Baka Taibo yung training niya or something.
Pero pwede.
Pwedeng dun siya kabahan kasi iba yung nakikipag-spar ka lang sa kapwa mo casual. Nagte-training din versus sa professional fighter kasi I've personally experienced na makipag-spar sa professional fighters.
Iba ang
It's not the same.
Ilag na ilag ka kumpara sa ano.
And they're not afraid to get hit. Na parang knowing na what?
Ang sabihin sa'yo
flinching pa lang talo ka na eh.
Sige lang, lumapit ka. Lakasan mo yung suntok mo, gaganunin ka nila.
Hit me.
Try
to hit me.
Magagaganon lang sila, hindi mo na sila tatamaan kahit anong gawin mo. Yung Nate Robinson kasi was for Jake Paul, I'm pretty sure he was an easier target kasi Nate Robinson doesn't know shit about boxing. I mean,
not the same as bowling, bro.
Kung wala mang masyadong suntok si Ben Askren, I'm sure he knows how to not get hit from with
or to
punches.
take a shot, diba?
Yeah, or at least he knows how to take a shot. Kasi ang nag-knockout naman kay Ben, sa tuhod eh. Pwera na lang kung magbukang tuhod yung kamay ni Jake. Jake Paul needs to overcome that in order to, doon pa lang kasi magkakatalo na. If pag dinaga siya doon sa mindset na, hey, I'm fighting an actual professional fighter in this one. I can't make any mistakes. Tapos yun lang tumatakbo sa isip niya. Siyempre, madidistract siya. And,
kahit na si Tito Ben.
Kahit na medyo shitty talagang striking ni Ben Askren, baka siya pa makasilat ng panalo dyan.
Malay natin.
Diba?
I don't wanna bet on Ben.
That is a very I didn't see it that way. That was a very medyo thought-provoking na analysis yun, okay? I love the analogy of comparing Ben Askren's ability as a fighter versus Nate Robinson's ability as a fighter.
It's not the same,
right? Okay, that's true. And this is a very good segue to ang mga Pinoy, di ba? Nangyayari sa States to, gawin natin dito sa Pinas.
Di tayo papatalo dyan. Here comes the Billy Jack Sanchez. So
ang backstory niyan was, yes, he was an OFW na he did not like the matchup ni Kiko and Baron before.
Yun.
He hated that matchup so much. Sabi niya, that's fake fight ito ganyan.
But he didn't know it was...
he didn't know it was fake. He didn't know. Tapos parang sinasabi niya, I'm pretty sure I can beat those two guys up with all my street fighting knowledge.
Yeah.
With all his YouTube jitsu.
Diba?
And yun nga, what happened there was na doon siya nagpo-post, nandun sila Kiko and I'm not sure kung nandun din sa Baron, pero doon na nagkakagulo. Then ang ending na si Kiko ang pumansin. And then yun nga, the rest was history. And after that fight, actually nakausap pa natin siya before ni Kyle after that na ganun pa siya. He was saying na hindi daw siya nakagalaw ng maayos because his wisdom tooth was namamaga daw. Yun ang excuse na. Then after that, in-unfriend niya lahat ng mga tao on Facebook na supposedly may kinalaman dun sa laban na yun. So everyone. Tapos he disappeared.
Yeah, then he resurfaced because may backriding na hinuli and then
well, prior to that backriding pa actually. Meron pa siyang reserve 2019 yata yun.
Okay.
So ba 2017 sila naglaban ni Kiko. 2019 may nag-surface, nakasalubong niya sa bundok ng Buskalan.
Oh, wow.
Isang grupo ng
super hinterland.
Kapal na damuhan doon. May bit-bit siyang mga something. Mga merchandise. Nag-viral siya that time.
He got busted.
He got busted
for marijuana.
ang nakakatawa doon, I guess he was so high that time na
nag-explain pa.
Bumababa siya sa bundok. Kaya siya nahuli. Bumababa siya sa bundok, nagkasalubong na sila. Hindi niya napansin na pideya na pala. Bit na siya bababa. Imagine you're that high. Yeah.
That actually happened.
Oo nga pala. May ganun nga pala siya.
So, nag-bail siya and shit like that.
Yeah, probably.
Sure.
Kasi
kung ano talagang nangyari. Pero
huli na siya
after that, kasi usually, tas 11 kilos at least.
Wow! Prosecutable yun, Chong. That's intent to sell.
Kasi, would you smoke 11 kilos? All by yourself? Of course not.
Sir, this is all medicinal for me.
Diba? Nag-explain na siya doon. Then, ang after that, nawala siya. So alam ng tao, syempre pag ganun, kulong. Come 2020, nagsisimula ng, sabi ko, parang nakabalik na sa social media to. Ito ng mga December na ito, lalo na nitong January, umingay na naman siya. Kasi nga, yung violation, yung traffic violation, yung sobrang wild.
Diba?
Ito ba yung minumura niya yung sa camera?
Minumura niya sa camera kasi pinagpipilitan niya na yung backride niya may violation.
Hindi raw
at hindi siya. Although meron din talaga siyang violation kasi
responsibility niya yun
ako kasi I'm a motorcycle rider myself and merong specific types of helmets lang na pwede. He was using a skateboard helmet.
Yun pa, di ba? Maling-mali. Anyways, so at least bumalik siya dyan and then
so
now
nagkagulo.
He wants to start the fight with Kiko again. Kiko is down. Pero Kiko needs to finish his fight with Damsa as well against the URCC. So we're waiting
for a real scheduled fight
It's a scheduled fight. We're waiting for that to happen. Really hope that it pushes through. Yun pa.
And hinamon niya pa ng suntukan si Rafi Tulfo.
Yun din.
Oh, wow.
Like this guy. But he
what
wanted
a character.
he wanted national attention. Now he's got national attention. Kahit si Ben Tulfo ata gusto siya patuloy.
Kasi nakita kapatid inaagrabyado. So ginawan pa siya ng video. So lalo siyang nag-viral ngayon. After nung I saw video na parang mayabang pa rin pero parang sort of nagsusoro siya pero kasi kasalanan niyo parang ganun yung magkakasama niya.
Ganun siya. Diba? Then enter YouTuber Makagago.
Then enter YouTuber Makagago nga na naghahamon siya. Sabi niya, I'll set up an event dito sa probinsya namin sa Laguna where it's gonna be a boxing event of social media personalities, YouTubers and stuff. And I'll pay you 1 million pesos. Labanan mo dito si ganito ganyan.
Sino ba pinapalaban sa kanya?
Alam ko yata parang doon niya gustong dalhin yung Kiko versus Billy na laban.
Okay.
Kaya lang, Makagago being Makagago, I'm not sure if you guys know Makagago talaga, but Makagago being Makagago, apparently gago talaga siya. He didn't really have the 1 million.
Of course he didn't.
Of course, para it was for show Para
nag-trash talk na si Billy Jack kasi kalokohan mo naman pala. Ba't ako papalag sa'yo? Wala ka naman palang pera, ganito ganyan. Then come today, meron na namang
explain
merong bago.
Diba? As of this recording,
breaking news.
A lot of people probably know Derek Ramsey. The celebrity. His brother, who's been training in boxing for a while, wanted to try his skills. Shout out to Coach Roel Abaw. Wanted to medyo siguro, I guess, sa pagbabrowse sa social media, medyo sabi niya siguro masakit na sa mata si Billy Jack. So sabi niya, wala namang ibang pumapatol. So why not ako na lang?
Why not me? Diba?
Why not me?
Why not me? Let's do it. Kasi ang dami mong dahilan, ganito ganyan. Wala naman ako issue sa'yo, pero if you want to fight, let's do it.
So itong estudyante ni Coach Roel, si kapatid ni Derek Ramsey,
both of them.
Both of them are real boxing enthusiasts then.
Yes. Si Derek Ramsey ba yung kickboxer din ata before or something?
I think I interviewed that guy. He did say like he's done a lot of, in training.
Something like that. Tapos yun nga, right now they're training with Coach Roel Abaw. Naisipan na gumawa ng call-out video na ganun.
Diba? So,
the power of social media.
That is like
Jake and Logan Paul.
Yeah. Diba? That's gonna be interesting. Diba?
Yeah.
Now it's a matter of who's gonna walk the talk.
Parang nagdadahilan si Billy Jack na parang wala namang mapapala sa inyo, sumasakay lang kayo sa kasikatan ko, ganito ganyan.
What if Derek puts up money? Diba? What if Derek
ayun nga, sabi niya,
parang
sabi nung ibang
brother, diba?
Sabi nung ibang may idol daw sa kanya kay Billy Jack. If you really want that fight, maglabas kayo ng pera, bayaran niyo si Billy Jack. Tapatan niyo yung sinasabi ni Makagago na 1 million pesos.
Why not? Diba? Tapos, let's stream it. Diba? Gawin nilang pay-per-view. Diba? Amateur lang.
We will commentate.
We
Coach Franco will judge.
Diba? I will referee. Sabi
there you go.
Referee. Diba? And then I know na I'm very confident that the boys of Destroy MNL are gonna do a really good commentary. Diba? I-stream natin. Diba? Game ako dyan.
Lalo pa may alam tayong backstory kay Billy Jack. So magandang commentary.
Kasi at the end of the day, what we want here, okay? What we're promoting here is you have to walk the talk. If you're talking the talk, you have to walk the talk. So diba?
Do not throw down gloves without actually wanting to throw down.
Pag yung hamon lang ng hamon, pero tapos biglang pag may ubang humamon sa'yo kasi yung yabang mo, wala na.
Also, put it in the comment section. Who do you think should Billy Jack Sanchez really fight? Okay, put it down below.
Yeah.
Okay? When you're watching this, sino ba talaga? Who do you think should Billy Jack Sanchez fight? And then, is he worth fighting? It's good that you're calling out people. It's good na you're getting the attention that you want. But you also have to consider, don't look at this as a one-time thing, di ba? If you're gonna go Conor McGregor and everybody, be Conor McGregor, di ba? Train, get better. If you win, you beat anybody who's called you out or you call out and you win, the chances of getting another fight is better. Tapos you have more leverage,
more money.
earn more
You'd
money.
be the
Kimbo Slice.
Sort of.
Diba?
The Paul brothers have the template laid out din naman.
Ayun din.
Yeah.
Check out the Logan and Jake Paul's template when it comes to trolling. And, kasi you got the trolling part down eh. Kasi ito yun eh, yung mga nanghahamon, tapos nagugulpe, ang pangit nung story. Diba? Be the hero. Be the hero of your own story. Diba?
Take charge of your narrative.
Take charge of your narrative. That's the best one. So, nag-call out ka, galit ka, feeling mo biktima ka, hinamon mo sila, tapos inupakan mo sila, ang gandang ending nun.
Yeah.
Diba? Tapos, it's gonna give you more attention. Baka
plus for himself, it's his chance for redemption.
Redemption. Ayun. Yun.
Redemption.
For anything else, hindi lang natin na-mention, pero yun nga, yung sa boxing nga pala, where Manny Pacquiao was declared as a champ in recess ng WBA.
Oo nga pala.
Come on, WBA.
For ano yan? Inactivity, no?
For inactivity. Kasi, hindi lang naman si WBA yung gumagawa nito. WBC and other major boxing organizations do it. Yeah, and please do not believe that crap by this site called World Boxing Network saying wala na daw kwenta yung World Boxing Association kasi they took Manny Pacquiao's title. Don't believe in that crap. There are a lot of ways to check to fact check these boxing news. Lalo na sa boxing news, ang dami-dami mga ganyan. Please stop it. Sila din yung nagpauso yata nung buhay na daw ang rematch for Pacquiao and Mayweather, which is kalokohan.
Parang feeling ko, attention mongers na. Papapansin na lang.
Marami palang ganyan sa boxing.
Yeah, ang dami ring issues na ganyan sa boxing. Kasi nga, kakaiba din ng following ng boxing. But yeah, it's nice to be back. Thank you sa mga nag-aabang na ulit nitong episode namin. I hope you like this one. Support nyo ang mga channel namin, of course. Itong Coach Franco Says, yung Combat Sports Weekly na podcast, Destroy Manila podcast. Nakaset na yung mga next interviews namin for that series that we're working on. Siyempre yung Dead Drop podcast ni Carl. Yeah, Iron Bunny Philippines nga pala. Anyway, nakita mo na rin naman to kanina sa Facebook ko. Baka sakali.
Yeah, shout out Iron Bunny.
We like you, Iron Bunny.
Combat Sports Weekly and Iron Bunny collaboration would be
nice.
Yep, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
More than happy. Okay, Carl.
All right. Thank you, guys. I want to thank JC and Franco for waiting for me after my incident. It's so good to be back and talking about fighting. I'm really looking forward to the next UFC kasi yung heavyweight picture is gaining clarification.
Again, I'm gonna echo the sentiments of my co-host, T2 Fight Project. Please listen to our episode with them. Please follow Destroy MNL. Then Coach Franco Says, we're all on YouTube and on Spotify, Anchor, Google, and Apple Podcasts. Thank you so much again, Iron Bunny. Thank you so much to the Luta Libre Philippines guys. Yeah, look at the show fight dream. Look at that shirt.
Shout out to my team.
Thank you so much to Happy Coffee PH for everyone. Okay, everything that you need to know about fighting, you get it here on Combat Sports Weekly. We will see you next week on the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Coach Franco Says would like to thank the following sponsors for making this episode possible.
My armor of choice. Never go to battle without it. Beware the robot face. I am Knots and Crosses. Place your orders on their Facebook or Instagram pages. Just good vibes in the local jiu-jitsu scene. Check out my Ikiro Collective family at ikiro.ph. Simply Better Dentistry. Visit the Santos Dental Group and Oral Surgery Center. Book an appointment on their social media pages. Boost your immune system with Nano Silver Immune Support Supplement. Order your bottles on their social media pages. For local martial arts news here in the Philippines, visit Local MMA on Facebook and listen to one of my favorite podcasts, DSTRY MNL.